Hello YouTube, and welcome to Papa's Place. It's been a while since I've done a video. We've been really rather busy here. But I was talking to my buddy over at Pop's Quest. I'll put a link over here to his channel. And we talk a lot about guns and reloading and this, that, and the other. And I guess he had watched a couple of videos of people complaining about the crappy subsonic ammunition that these people are putting out, because it won't cycle in their guns. He said, you really need to do a video about why my 300 Blackout ain't running. So here it is. After years of research and development and asking questions, I'll try and keep this as short as possible. Those of you that know me know it's really hard for me to do a short video, but I'm going to try. Advanced Armament Corporation is the one that drove the standardization with SAMI for the 300 Blackout. That's why it's called the 300 AAC Blackout. Some people say that they just took the 300 Whisper and made and drove the issue, but they made some changes. Whisper was a wildcat that didn't have any standard. There wasn't any standards out there. And what AAC did was take some of that work and expand on it some more and nail down the standards for the cartridge. They chose to do so because they were trying to come to market with a weapon system to replace the H&K MP5, which is used by almost every military and a lot of police forces around the globe. They wanted something that had a little bit more punch to it, yet was easy to maneuver around and stuff. So that's why they picked the 30 caliber bullet. They picked the 220 grain bullet for subsonic performance out of a 9-inch barrel. A 9-inch suppressed barrel running a pistol length gas system. The cartridge is very efficient because it uses basically a shotgun / rifle powder, which is very fast burning. So it burns up all the powder very quickly within the first 9 inches of the barrel, which is why you can get away with running a 9-inch barrel rifle cartridge, and you're not going to suffer any overly dramatic velocity losses or energy losses downrange with the bullet, because it's pretty well got all it's going to get by the time it reaches that 9 inches. The 220 grain suppressed bullet was intended to be run suppressed. Therefore, when the barrel manufacturers started making and jumping on the bandwagon, they all designed the gas port size for a suppressed gun. If you have a 300 Blackout AR setup and you can run the subsonic ammunition without a suppressor, great power to you, but you're in the minority. Most manufacturers size their gas port, like I said, to run the subsonic stuff suppressed with a suppressor. The suppressor adds back pressure, which allows the weapon system, the bulk carrier group, to fully cycle, eject the empty brass, go all the way back, pick up the next round, or lock the bolt open on the last round. If your gun won't do that running suppressed, then you've got some problems. I'd send it back to the manufacturer. Now, if you're trying to do this all unsuppressed, you're, I don't want to say you're pissing in the wind, but you've got a lot of work to do. The key requirement to getting your 300 Blackout to run subsonic ammunition, whether it be factory loads or your own reloads, is going to be a big gas port. AAC's gas port, I believe, is .090 inches in diameter. That's a big gas port, even for running suppressed. It's a big one. I personally, in my humble opinion, don't see what the big deal about running subsonic ammunition unsuppressed is, because you're still generating a lot of noise. The additional energy you're getting downfield short range is marginal over a supersonic round. I don't know, whatever. But that's the deal. Your gas port isn't big enough. I don't care what special springs you go out and buy for your buffer tube, or special lightweight or super heavy H3, H4 buffers, or you're running a skeletonized super lightweight bulk carrier group. You're throwing band-aids at the problem. You don't need any of that. All you need is a bigger gas port. That's it. I saw one channel where they said that they replaced the extractor spring with an upgraded O-ring and the black insert in the spring for the extractor, and that's what got their 300 Blackout running. I find that extremely hard to believe. The key to getting your 300 Blackout to run the way you want it to run is gas port size. It's all it is. Any gunsmith out there can take and open up your gas port. More than likely, if you're halfway mechanically inclined and you get the barrel lined up in your drill press, you can open up your gas port. Be very careful. Go at your own progress, your own responsibility. But I'm telling you, it's not that difficult to do. I don't care whose barrel you're buying. You know, I've got a Wilson Combat 11.3 inch pistol length gas system barrel. It wouldn't cycle even my supersonics, so I had to send it back. And when I got it back, they didn't really say on the paperwork what they had done. So I called them and I talked to the technician that actually played with my upper, and he said, "I just opened it up." And they opened up, I believe their standard size is 072, 075, someplace in there. And he opened it up to like .095. And it runs. It runs great now. And that's supersonics, unsuppressed, because I have no interest in suppression. I don't have a need for it. I don't want Uncle Sam knowing what I got, what I ain't got. I don't want to break the law, so I don't have a suppressor. Don't want one. When they do away with the NFA requirements for a suppressor, I'll look into one. But I'm not going to pay $200 for a tax stamp to have Uncle Sam know what I'm doing. I just don't see the benefit for it. Don't have the need. For me, the 300 Blackout was a viable option on a similar platform, the AR15 platform, that had similar ballistics to 30-30s and or 7.62 by 39 in the AR platform with minimal changes. Those minimal changes was a barrel. That's how the 300 Blackout was sold. Problem is, you don't have all the manufacturers out there making barrels for the same target market. They're making more things for the suppressed than they are unsuppressed. If you're running unsuppressed, you need to have a much bigger gas port than what most of the barrel manufacturers are putting out there. If you've got your gun and you've got it set up and straight out of the box you're running supersonics fine, and that's all you want, power to you. If you want to run subsonics without a suppressor, dollars to donuts, you're going to have to do some gas port work. And you need to make sure that you have that gas port lined up properly with the gas block. So that's just the way it is. Got any comments, questions? Post them down below. Pop, I hope this answered your questions that you were having. Take care, brother. Y'all take care. Remember, exercise your Second Amendment rights every day. Take care. Bye.